Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today we are doing the take 2 on my most popular video so far, which is which Chanel is real. Today in take 2 we'll be doing the Chanel Classic Flap in Caviar in black. So stay tuned. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring you through the close-ups first, and then you can make a guess on which is real and which is fake in the comments below. And then after that, all will be revealed. Okay, so let's get down to it. For reference sake, we'll call this Classic Flap A and this is Classic Flap B. Okay, first we have the front of the bag. Now the lock, let's see how it turns. So I'm not going to review like the packaging and all that kind of stuff, because honestly when you're buying a fake, does the packaging really matter? It's just a little bit of an add-on, isn't it? To me at least. So I'm going to skip that part. Okay, now we go to the inside of the bag. Now the side profile. Then to the back of the bag. Now to the bottom of the bag. Next, I'm going to show you the chains. So let me just find the part where the kind of the leather is joined together in the chains. We are done. So, which did you guess was the real one? Are you ready for the big reveal? So, are you ready for the big reveal? The real one in today's video is the gold one. Okay guys, so transparency first. I got this bag free of charge because they sent it to me to review on this channel. However, I did tell them when they asked me if I wanted to review that I would not guarantee a good review of any of their products, because honesty is the most important thing here. And besides, this is not how I earn money anyway. If I was counting on earning money from YouTube, I would probably starve to death. So this is more of a passion thing for me. Yeah, so I'm going to be freely honest, even though I got this bag free. Would I consider this the top end fake? No, actually. Unfortunately, it is not at the really tip-top end. But would I consider this a high-end fake? Yes, I would. In general, the quality of this bag, I have to say, is actually excellent. If you also watch my beige Claire real versus fake video, one of the better points of this particular fake than the beige Claire fake, than the beige Claire fake is actually the chain. I think they got the chain spot on in this case, whereas in the beige Claire fake, in the beige Claire fake, the chain definitely had issues. It was very stiff, it didn't flow properly. In this case, this one versus the real one, to be fairly honest, I would actually say the chains on the real one are a little bit stiffer. This is just product variance, even in Chanel. But the biggest downside for this fake, and the one thing that I cannot forgive, kind of, is the leather itself. I'll try and show you in the close-up. Basically, as all Caviar leathers, the leather itself is made up of little round spots. However, in the real Chanel, it almost looks like they have sandpapered down the spots a little bit or smoothened it down a little bit, so it becomes smoother even though you can see the grain. What this does is that it creates a flatter surface and therefore gives the bag a lot more shine. As you can see here, it is so shiny. And this is without any conditioning or anything like that. It is just this way. But for the fake in this case, the graining is more protruded, I would guess. So because of this, it affects the shine because it isn't a flat surface that light can reflect off. I actually put 3 coatings of the leather conditioner already on this bag to give it a little bit more shine. However, as you can see here, the real Chanel is still a lot shinier than this one. If I run my finger across the real one, it actually feels pretty smooth, even though you can see the grain. Whereas if I run my finger across the fake one, it's actually pretty rough. So that is my main complaint in this case. Actually, that is the only complaint I have in this case. In every other aspect of the bag, I feel they have actually done pretty well. So it is still a really, really good fake. Would I call this out if I saw it on the streets? Definitely not, because I mean, even a real Chanel bag can lose its shine over time. Yeah, it's definitely not call outable unless maybe you have them side by side. Yeah, so this is actually a very good fake, and it is actually a lot cheaper than the beige Claire one. It was almost half the price. So that's a big difference in price. I think this one was about 280, but I will double check on that. One other thing I want to note is that the shipping for this one was so much easier. I just placed the order. The website was a little buggy, but someone will get back to you within a day or so, and they'll contact you, and then you can proceed with your order from there. Whereas for the beige Claire fake, which I got directly from a supplier in China, it was so complicated. I placed an order in say March, and I only got the bag in maybe about September that year. So if you can imagine, the waiting time was more than 6 months, and I had to constantly harass the seller for updates on it because she just never messaged. She just took the money and never replied. So it was a whole chasing game. I almost gave up all hope on ever receiving the bag. This one came within a month. Not even a month. This one came within 2 weeks actually. So shipping was very fast, very prompt. They gave me a tracking code. There wasn't issues about rebounding and ding-donging in China, which I got with the previous one. It was just so much easier. So if you want to save yourself the hassle, yeah, I would say consider this. If price is also a concern, this is probably a pretty good value for money offer. So otherwise, yeah, that is my honest review. Oh yes, and one more thing. I wanted to order the gold one so that we could do a direct comparison, but they told me the silver is their best selling one and the closest, they said, to the real thing. So I had to give them the chance to give me the silver. But they did send me the gold hardware, which I'm going to show you now and compare with the gold hardware for this one. Here it is. So I'll just take out the Chanel logo in the front so you can compare the gold. Okay, so I'm actually really impressed by their gold hardware, and I have no idea why they didn't want to send me the gold one, because frankly speaking, the gold is actually pretty darn close to the real one. I would say that in general
it is very stitched very nicely, and you can put things inside. This is very spacious as well, but also is very intact with the bag, as you can see. Now I'm going to be talking a bit about the authenticity card. They should have this code over here that should match the authenticity card. The card should have the same number as the code that it's inside here. So we have checked it, double checked it, and it's the same code. Also the fake bag, and also the fake one has it too. The one over here, it does have the code inside, and we have also double checked the code, and it has the same with the authenticity card. Also the fake one comes with this envelope over here, and it has few information. I do not know if maybe because this bag is a little bit old, I do not know if the Chanel's back then used to come with this kind of information. I'm not sure. Okay, so we are comparing the authenticity cards. They should be the gold outline. The gold here is very nicely done, and here is very thick, as you can see, and it looks more like yellowish and not gold. And then we have the sticker over here. In this sticker, it's not like a very normal sticker. It is imprinted with the Chanel logo, and it does have a bit of sort of reflection, but not quite lightly. And in here, the fake one, the sticker just looks like a normal printed sticker. There is nothing special about it. And here we have the Chanel. I think that they have copied it like quite, they look very similar, as you can see, but there are these little bit details. And also I think that this is a bit larger than this one and takes up more place. So yes, this is about the authenticity card. I also wanted to show you that here you also have the stitches, and you do not have any loose leather, so it's very nicely stitched to the bag. And also on the zipper over here, it has Chanel on one side.
Date code is stamped in with some sort of red. That's not the case with a real authentic bag. Another thing is that in a Louis Vuitton bag, typically there will be this little flap here, made in the USA. This one specifically is made in the US. Occasionally it'll say France, other countries of imported material. And this bag does not even have that on it. If you just take a look at the stitching too, you'll see that there's a lot of things that make the stitching imperfect. And if you take a look at the stitching, it's a dark, deep red. You could almost take a toothpick and kind of pick it out here. Whereas this is so very finely stitched into the bag. Other than that, I mean, this bag is, like I said, astonishingly an amazing replica bag. But if you really take a look at it, the best way to do it is to authenticate it using sites such as the Purse Forum. The ladies on there will be happy to help you. In addition to that, asking a friend of yours that has an authentic bag would be great if you're deciding to purchase secondhand online. So I hope this saves you ladies a lot of trouble, and we're absolutely returning this one.